Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Señoras y señores, live! It's time!
It is that time. It is Sunday night, and we are chilling with you in the Action Lab, your premier sports entertainment talk show on the internet, and it's not close. Welcome in. We are hanging out with you on a Sunday. We are in the full swing of playoffs, and we have a ton of playoffs to talk about.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
Don't talk about playoffs.
We're going to talk about playoffs, and we're also going to talk about things going on, all over the place in sports. But we might play some games. We might do a little bit of everything. So here we are. Welcome in. What's up, Scotty? How we doing?
Doing good. It was a good weekend. Good start for our playoff teams. As Canada put it, Colorado sports weekend was succulent.
It was.
Except for soccer, which we turned it on. That was the first time I've watched a Rapids game in a long time. We turned it on. It was our fault.
It was.
Messi made the play of the game and destroyed the hearts of Colorado fans that were there. Second most attended MLS game in the history of the MLS.
Which,
yesterday.
Yeah. Went crazy over there at, they played in the Bronco Stadium.
Which is wild. Like, I don't think Colorado is a big soccer town. I think they're a great sports town. I think Colorado is a great sports town. I don't think soccer's up there, but this was 30th anniversary, Messi coming to town, Miami. I get why they had that, but good for them. Even in a loss.
Yeah.
Rapids are going to be fine. Going to be fine. So much talent. They're the youngest team in the MLS, I found out during that game.
Yeah, we found out a lot during the broadcast.
That was their first loss of the season. They're fine.
Fine. Yeah, and here's the thing. How much of that is Colorado soccer fans versus how many people wanted to see Messi play? Probably, I would say a majority. There was a lot of people. I mean, to see Messi.
I think there were people that wanted the Rapids to win, but wanted to watch Messi more.
Correct.
Both of those things.
Yeah. And the people that came to see Messi did not get disappointed in what they were wanting to see that game, because not only did Messi score a PK on a PK early on in the game to set them ahead of the Colorado Rapids, and eventually it was like 2-0 at one point before the Colorado Rapids came back, ended up scoring 2 goals in the second half, and then before you know it, towards the end of the game, last 5 minutes, Lionel Messi ends up just insane goal. Insane.
Like, soccer's weird like that, because the announcers were talking about how the Rapids have been dominating play. They can get a goal late here and have a tremendous win that'll build fans. And then like a minute later, Messi makes the play of the game and it's over.
It's just like, of course, of course,
or not.
Of course, it's Messi. By the way,
soccer's weird. You can dominate the run of play, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I think soccer has overcorrected possession. I don't want to get on a soccer rant. I don't know. We probably don't have a lot of soccer fans, but soccer has overcorrected to possession being the most important thing, rather than putting stress on the defense, challenging them, taking one-on-one, being aggressive. I don't like what soccer has become with the, if we pass it around, we hold the ball the whole time, the other team can't score. That's true until they get the ball and then they score.
It's true until it's not.
Yeah.
Soccer has overcorrected. Coaching, especially in America, has overcorrected. And what we don't teach in America, that other country, this is why America falls short in soccer. They teach the team play immediately, and it's about winning in youth soccer. Win the game. How do you win? Pass the ball around, spread out. And those are all important things. but we're so bad with the ball at our feet. We're not like there's no skill level with the ball at our feet compared to other countries. And that's the biggest difference is like we don't know how to play like in a tight quarters like Messi did, where like you take small touches, you do this, you do that. Like we don't do that. We try and pass around and hopefully cross it in the box and get a header on it and score a goal. Like it's frustrating actually to watch.
Soccer's
I
weird.
know how soccer in America should be coached, and it's not coached that way because ultimately it's about money and it's about, I mean, they want so much money, which is fine. Like these clubs are trying to make money and everyone's doing it. But they're not coaching these kids up the right way. The most important thing you can develop as a kid is the ball at your feet and knowing how to like take someone one-on-one, knowing how to maneuver the ball. Yes, the spacing, the passing, all important eventually, but it should be stressed at a young age. The skill with the ball at your feet is the most important thing, and that's not what they stress. They stress, how can we score a goal? How can we win?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I mean, soccer's needs it's come a long way in the sense that it's getting a little bit more love here in America with Messi and bringing people back in. And I mean, if there's one thing, it's nice to be able to see people going to watch soccer. I mean, we saw the women's game that got crazy attendance here in Colorado. But I mean, that was the biggest women's soccer game. You got this soccer game. So like there's exposure to it, which again is going to start creating more, eyeballs on it here in America, which is always going to be a good thing. And then you're going to get more kids that are going to start, all right, like I want to see the next game. I want to see how we do. And, it's definitely not going to push us to excellence, but it doesn't hurt us either. Let's just put it that way.
It definitely doesn't hurt us, but I've been hearing this for 30 years, Chris, that, when we had the World Cup in 94, they're like, us hosting the World Cup, that's going to change soccer in America. We'll get to dominance. People see the game. They'll love the game. They'll play the game. And we're better than we were in 94. There's no doubt about that. But we aren't near what we should be in soccer.
No.
Like, we should be the best team in the world in soccer, but we're not even close.
Well, and that's, I think we've kind of talked about this before, where like all the best athletes in the sport go to football, go to basketball,
But soccer's such a different game. We have the population where there's plenty of athletes that could play soccer and be successful because body type, and look at Messi. Messi's not a big dude. Messi is, if you just looked at him on the street, you'd be like, that dude doesn't play a sport. No shot.
No shit.
And that's what's special about soccer. So yes, some athletes are taken from football and basketball and baseball and some of these other sports, but like, I feel like I'm growing more and more that that's a cop out. It's a cop out because we don't develop the skill level enough. We try and develop scoring fluke goals. That's what we develop. Winning the game is all that matters, which in youth soccer, that shouldn't matter. It should be about developing players, especially at the highest levels, to develop their skill level and get better, whether or not you win the game. But no, we're like, why don't you pass it 30 yards backwards for no reason when you're not even pressured in the center midfield of the game?
You don't play it, just play it.
I hate the way we coach soccer here.
It's definitely a challenge here in America. That's for sure. So that was
Soccer
interesting.
rant. That's our first soccer rant.
We haven't had a good soccer rant in a minute. We got to bring back Scotty A. Smith's coming in hot. We got to do that every so often. We haven't had that. We haven't had a Why It Matters in a while. We got to bring some of these back. Maybe Wednesday we bring a coming in hot. And a Why It Matters.
When you say Why It Matters, it brings me back to, and you were phenomenal in your Why It Matters about CU and bringing in Dion. That was a tremendous segment. You did an incredible job. This week I saw a photo of the spring game for CU like 2 years ago when Dion first was there.
Yeah.
And this year, it was like sold out 2 years ago. No one was there.
Nobody was there.
No one was there.
It's been
So not that you were wrong in any of why that matters. You weren't wrong, and it was a great segment. But man, CU football needs to
it's
figure it out.
CU football's in a bad place right now. And I hate to say it. Like, I mean, again, at the time it was I feel like everything that I said was valid. Like we were hyped about it. Dion coming in, and now it just you almost think if he doesn't do anything this year, how much of a rope does Dion have? I don't know. I think we're approaching a point with Dion that at some level there's got to be some level of accountability. And I don't know if there's a way for him to survive on just his name alone, given any other coach in this situation, not named Dion, I think might be in a lot of trouble from
I mean, I'll give Dion like the gift of like he's been health stuff's affected what he can do for sure. He's had some terrible health issues, not able to do everything. The draw of Dion was like you're going to be able to recruit, you're going to be able to get these kids like you are Deion Sanders. I don't know if he works that hard on the recruiting scene. I don't think he does.
Well, and I think
he's
yeah.
I don't think he does. Now maybe some of that could all be health related, and maybe he would if he was healthier. But that's still a thing. I don't know. I mean, we're getting on CU football right now, which everyone in the world cares about, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I think he came in thinking, oh, he's gonna own the portal. He's gonna own NIL. He's gonna own all of the ways to build a team quick, like get rich quick in college football. And then all of a sudden, he's starting to do that, but the way he's going about it isn't necessarily working the way he thought it would. He has to be able to, get dudes to stay for a long period of time and play at a high level for a long period of time. And kids that just get pissed off if they get rubbed the wrong way, just find the door. They're on the way out. And whether that's their decision or whether that's Dion's decision or whether, he ices them out, and it's there's egos involved with Dion. And so if he's not happy, if the players aren't happy, it's as easy as that. Pick up my bags and I'm out the door to go somewhere else. Pick up my ball and leave.
I'm 100% of the thinking in both football and basketball and maybe all sports. The NIL needs to involve a 2-year contract. I'm fine with them getting paid. Great. Make your money. It has to be 2. When you sign on with a team, it has to be 2 years. Because that first year, like, it basically turns into you're a freshman, you're not good enough to play, they don't play you, you're unhappy, you leave. Oh, wait, they play you even though you're not ready, your team sucks, you still leave. Like, it's broken. They need at least an NIL to make it where it's a 2-year contract you sign with a team. So you were stuck with that college for 2 years. 2 years is not a big ask. Let's do 2 years. Because it needs to be fixed. It's so broken.
Yeah, it's a rough landscape. That's for sure. The age of NIL should be Prime's wheelhouse, Chairman. Welcome in, by the way, for all the chat. All of you guys joining us in the chat. Welcome. Good to have you here.
Riley's going bonkers. Buffalo Sabres, let's give it up.
Hey,
a playoff win.
There you
Let's go.
Crushing it. We're in the middle of the playoffs. We got a couple games going on right now in the NBA and the NHL. We got the Mammoth and the Golden Knights battling to a 0-0 tie at the moment. And then we also have the Blazers and the Spurs, which
I said this would be way more competitive series than people thought.
Yeah.
What did I take? I took Spurs in 6, which
Yep.
feels kind of fair. This is going to be a battle. Portland is a young, sleepy, good team. I mean, they're better than a lot of people realize.
I mean, Danny Advia is 19.6 rebounds against Victor Wembanyama in this game. Right now, it's in the third quarter.
His right hand.
All with his right hand. Yes.
I don't know if he has a second hand. It's wild that people haven't figured that out yet. But
Denny Advia crushing right now. He's the only player in double digits on points from the starting lineup. I mean, you look at the rest of them. He's got 19. The rest of his starting lineup: Scoot has 8, Drew Holiday 5, Klingon 2, and Kamara 3 points. Like, that's a rough starting lineup, and the fact that they're only down 2 in this game is kind of crazy.
On to start the second half.
Man, I would love Portland to get through.
Portland's not going to win that series, but I think it's going to be a battle. I don't think it's
hope so.
Be easy for San Antonio.
I hope so, because we watched the Nuggets game on Saturday, Scotty. We're going to the game tomorrow, so we're going to be seeing them live. We already saw what they did in game 1, which I will argue the Nuggets didn't play particularly well. I also don't think the Wolves played particularly well either. But I will say, of the two teams, you can tell the difference between the better, more talented roster and the roster that, is going to be struggling to stay in that series for between Denver and Minnesota.
My whole X feed somehow is turned into people saying Jamal Murray is like SGA. He's a foul merchant.
Yeah, which is wild.
So incredibly insane. So incredible. And then even Thunder fans were like, well, SGA's never had 16 free throw attempts in a playoff game ever.
Oh,
well,
no.
He got 17 tonight. They did it. And then one game later, he's like, SGA was like 5 of 18 from the field tonight. He was terrible from the field, but he got 17 free throws. Jamal's 4 of those were from flagrant / technicals where he just took the shots because he's the best free throw shooter. Real quick, if we're talking about that game, I have some hilarious stats.
Coming out of what? The OKC and Phoenix?
Okay, no.
Oh, Denver.
Well, no. People saying, in Minnesota fans saying that Jamal Murray is a foul merchant, like
it could be
SGA.
It's the furthest from the truth, but yeah, let's hear what they got.
Real quick, this season, SGA has had 10 or more free throw attempts in 38 games.
Checks out.
38 games, so about half, right? In Jamal Murray's career, how many times do you think he's had 10 or more free throws in his career, Chris?
10 or more free throws. You said what was SGA's?
SGA has had 38 this season. Jamal Murray in his career has had how many?
Ooh,
27.
I'm gonna say 42.
13.
What?
13. Jamal had 16 free throw attempts yesterday. Right?
13 seems
SGA
crazy.
has had 18 games of 17 or more free throws, and Jamal has never in his career attempted 17 free throws. So it was a career high for Jamal at the line yesterday. And it's funny because, Jamal had 16. Jokic had 1 free throw attempt yesterday. So it's like, all right, if they would have been 8 and 9, if, Jokic would have had 8 and Jamal would have had 9, I don't think people would be complaining. It's just the fact that Jamal took 16 compared to Jokic's 1. Jokic had 1 free throw. And literally in their post-game press conference, the shitty Minnesota coach who whines all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally brought up Jokic's name. He's like, well, Jamal and Jokic, they do this and that. And I'm like, well, Jokic got one free throw attempt. One in this game. Listen, and there's other funny stuff. Like there's a Timberwolves fan, account that was like, in every playoff game so far, except for one, the winning team has had the higher field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. The one game that didn't happen was Denver. And somehow this guy was like, continue winning the shooting battle and you'll be fine. I'm like, Denver was the best 3-point shooting team in the league this year. We
Correct.
were tied at halftime. We went 1 of 17 from 3 in the second half. 1 of 17. And we won the game by 11. And somehow you take that as a good takeaway? And these were not contested looks. We had wide open look after wide open look, and we missed. Like this Minnesota team, I don't think can hang with Denver at all.
Well, and you could also say that, which I think is a big impact on the series, is I don't think Ant is healthy. I don't think he's got the same explosiveness.
I don't think
he is either. His explosiveness, the knee, he was limping after the first minute of the game and having trouble getting up and down the floor. I think that's affecting his jump shot. I think that's affecting his ability to get to the rim and finish at the rim, even though he did still have a decent game. I feel like, it's just he can't put that team on his back like he normally is used to doing with how he plays the game. And so with that being said, I think that that's going to be something that is going to impact them moving forward the rest of the series.
He's going to have to settle more. They don't have the bodies to put on. I mean, they used to put, between body after Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Jaden McDaniels, they used to just rotate those three to exhaust Jamal Murray. They pressured him full court. They made him work for it. We didn't have another ball handler. Now Cam Johnson can do that a little more for us. We have Bruce Brown off the bench. It's a totally different thing. Philly, they're totally different kind of players. I'd be curious, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but how are SGA and Jamal Murray totally different players? I'd be curious to know that. Because I think their games are, outside of one being a foul merchant, pretty similar, actually.
I think, they both thrive in similar kind of ways. I think they just have a different recipe on how their teams generate those scoring opportunities. A lot of it
goes off a lot of pick and roll, where
handoffs,
SGA is more ISO.
Yeah,
do your thing.
Agreed.
No
yeah,
doubt. Jamal's a better shooter from 3 for sure than SGA is. Although SGA has come a long way and he's not a bad shooter from 3, but Jamal's better. And obviously SGA is better one-on-one. There's no doubt about that. But Jamal works off the pick and roll with Jokic a lot more. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would say definitely SGA is a shiftier kind of player. He knows how to get to his spots. He's very good one-on-one or just ISO or getting his own shot, generating it by himself. Whereas I feel like Jamal Murray does have a lot of those dribble handoffs, a lot of pick and rolls, a lot of different things, actions that I think he's more accustomed to. And so he relies on using that to get himself a lot. But they could both generate their own shots. They both thrive in the mid-range. They could both hit threes. One of them's, again, better at getting to the free throw line. But I would say I did see a lot of these things saying that Jamal's a foul merchant. And I'm like, that could be the furthest from the truth. Because it's not even close.
He's not that guy at all.
SGA is more ball dominant, and Murray, you're right, comes off screens. Yeah, I think it's just different styles of how. I would say, if Murray was on a different team than the Denver Nuggets, I feel like he would be more similar to SGA on another team than he would here.
Yeah, he wouldn't get the free throw attempts, but
no,
he can get his own.
Yeah,
there's no doubt. Jamal plays a lot. Well, not a lot, but Jamal's almost always in when Jokic is out because they know they need that one dude that can at least create for his own. Because not a lot of other Nuggets do that.
Yeah.
In fact, I would almost argue none of them do that very well.
Philly, yeah. I would take Philly says he would take Murray over SGA any day. Which
listen, that's aggressive. I don't even know if I'd say that, but I love Murray. SGA is great, obviously. He's gonna win his second MVP probably. Enjoy great players.
Enjoy the second MVP because you're not going to get another one next year. Like it doesn't matter how good you play next year, Shay. It's not.
Are you still salty about that?
He should never get more than 2.
No,
I think 2 is it.
No. This is how the NBA works. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're SGA. Guess who's gonna? You know who I'm just gonna say it. Victor Wembanyama's gonna win the MVP next year. Oh, it's gonna be a 2-man race between him and Jokic. Jokic will always be in the conversation because they can't give you 3 straight. You just can't, because then you start talking about, oh, are you as good as Larry Bird? Are you as good as some of these greats that won 3 straight? We had this conversation with Jokic, and yes, I am still salty about it. But all I'm saying, I'm just saying it's true. It is what it is. I can't. It's how the NBA has treated the MVP. It's a moving goalpost. I don't think there's anyone. If Jokic isn't going to win a third straight, I can't imagine Shea winning a third straight. And Shea's not the best player in the league. So what are we talking about? So Victor Wembanyama, I'm calling my shot now. Victor and Jokic are going to battle out for the MVP next year, and Shea's going to finish probably third in that list because that's just how the NBA goes. You know. Maybe Shea's second. I don't know, but he's not going to win it.
One more fun stat that should make Nuggets fans feel like we are in control, and anything could happen this series. And I'm not saying Minnesota can't. The Nuggets shot under 28% from 3. They were the best 3-point shooting team in the league this year at basically 40%, roughly. They shot under 28% from 3 in this last game. They only did that 8 times during the season. In those 8 games, they went 1-7.
Not
1-7 in those games where they couldn't shoot from 3, and they won by 11 against Minnesota in game 1 doing that. That's not going to happen again. Now, every game's different, so maybe Minnesota plays better. Maybe I'm of the thought without Cat was a problem for us because Cat would make big shots. Cat to Julius Randle is a huge drop off to me. I mean, we were watching the game. Every time Julius Randle shot, I was like, thank you. Even before he shot, I was like, please shoot. I think Julius Randle sucks.
By the way, you know what also is working against Minnesota is the fact that they're all mentally soft. They are all mentally soft players.
It's created by the coach Finch, also being mentally soft.
Yeah, you can get in their heads early. You can get in their heads late. We saw this with Jaden McDaniels. He lost it pushing Jokic later on in that game. You saw it later on with some of the other. Julius Randle was just going erratic, fouling at various parts of the game, which was kind of strange. And just he was going out of control. A lot of times there was, you name it. And I just felt like Minnesota is just. I said Nuggets in 5. I wouldn't be shocked if the Nuggets.
You didn't say Nuggets in 5. I did. You said Nuggets in 6.
Did I say Nuggets? I thought I said Nuggets in 5. Oh, did I say that next? When did I say that?
You said Nuggets in 6 because I was then I'm going 5.
Maybe I was thinking about another series. Anyways,
which it could easily go 6. Hey, listen, the Nuggets could lose this series. I'm not saying after game 1 anything's decided, but I don't. The Timberwolves did not impress me at all in game 1.
They changed the rule this year for Luka and Cade, so they could get season awards. I did see that Luka and Cade were able to work their way into some circumstances that are making them eligible for all NBA team, first team, second team, so on and so forth. So they did. They got a little bit of a break, which now I feel like is going to open up the gates, right? Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, well, here are my circumstances." I feel now we're in the Wild West. Now it's like, where do you draw that line? So interesting. That's also happened, but we do have some other games that took place. So yesterday we had Denver, Minnesota. Denver took game 1. Cleveland over Toronto in game 1, 126-113. I didn't really see too much of that game. Again, I don't watch as much of the Eastern Conference in some of these games as I just kind of catch up with them later on. But Donovan Mitchell, 32 points. James Harden was. I didn't see exactly, how he played from the flow of the game, but finished with 22 points, 8 of 18 shooting overall, 4 of 7 from 3. So he carried his weight, I would say. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, we don't have playoff Harden right now at the moment, but maybe he'll show up or not show up moving forward. Otherwise, yeah, that series, kind of what I thought would happen there, with Cleveland taking an early lead. I think they win that series still. New York ended up beating Atlanta 113-102 in that one. Star-studded. Everyone's out for the New York Knicks basketball out there. All the celebrities were out there. Timothy Chalamet was out, along with all the other folks out there in New York. And then we had the Lakers beating the Houston Rockets in that one. I think Scotty, you still there? We lost Scotty. We'll get Scotty back. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Not Cleveland Cavaliers. The LA Lakers ended up getting a win as well. Which that game was kind of interesting as well. Yeah, I got you back. Can you hear me, Scotty? You good? Always some potato going on. It's okay. I got you. We'll get Scotty back. Is Rec still here? I don't even know if Rec is still here. Lakers win 107-98 over the Rockets. The leading scorer, Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard was the savior of the game. Do I got you, Scotty? No. Still figuring it out. And Rec is just gone. I think Rec is just gone.
I had to do a code yellow.
Oh, code yellow. Well, so Scotty's figuring out audio here. He's working on it. Anyways, how about LeBron's performance versus Houston? Yeah, so as far as the performance there, like they need every man they can get, right? I mean, LeBron 19 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists. I thought he was fine. Where he's at, I feel like LeBron did what he had to do. And you can't expect him to carry the load. You need someone to step up with him. And that's the problem with LeBron James. Scotty, you there?
Are you back?
I don't know if you can hear me, Chris.
I can hear you.
Can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I got you.
You're a little potato-y. I also hear an echo.
Might have to full reboot here. I'll be back. Maybe.
Scotty will be back.
No, I don't know.
Who knows? So Scotty might be back here in a second. Yeah. I felt like LeBron James, you need someone to step up. You have to have somebody step up because you lose your two best, your second and third best player, or your two of your top players that aren't going to be available. And I mean, that the rest of that roster is brutal, right? DeAndre Ayton, you can't even get DeAndre Ayton to catch the ball when you pass it to him, much less do much with it. I mean, he finished with 19 points, 11 rebounds, a block, and that's about it. Marcus Smart, 15 points, but Luke Kennard stepped up, so you'll take that from Luke Kennard.
Memphis legend Luke Kennard.
Oh, absolutely. But I think this is also a story of how bad the Rockets did not really impress me. And they didn't have Kevin Durant. I think they thought they would feel this out to see, all right, maybe we can win without him and see how this goes. And then they realized, nope, maybe we need to get him back in the mix here. I know he's dealing with some things, but it's just like, all right, let's see where Kevin Durant is, because I don't know what his status. I know he was out for game 1, and he should be available for game 2 if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen any updates on where he's at with game 2. I mean, the report that I've seen is he has a good chance of playing in game 2. But I think the Rockets just thought they could come in here and feel this game out and see if they can get a win. And it didn't exactly work out for them.
Let's see if we need Kevin Durant or not.
Yeah. They thought they could maybe win with the Lakers being down 2 of their top 3 players. And nope. They just ended up getting rolled here in game 1. So Lakers take game 1. And then you had, let's see, what other games yesterday? I think that was it. But today, you had Boston, 123-91, dominating win over Philly in that one. Game 1 goes to Boston. Man, Philadelphia has an uphill battle in this series. I have the Boston Celtics as my best team coming out of the East, but yeah, it was a little rough. You still don't have Joel Embiid, but you had VJ, you got Tyrese Maxey, Paul George. Just couldn't quite get caught up.
You can't hear us?
Here. Let me.
I can hear Chris just fine.
Hold on.
Everyone spam potato in the chat.
Let me. I got Scotty coming back here. Let me see if I can get Scotty back in the mix. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. We got Scotty here.
Do we have him here?
Well, I got him pulled in. I have him pulled in, but he can't hear us.
Nothing.
He can't hear us. He's got.
It's all plugged in because I can hear other stuff. I don't know, Chris. It's almost worse that you can hear me because now it's just bad.
Well, we can hear you just fine, and you're coming through okay, at least on our side. So I don't know. Is those cracked headphones you got? Is it?
Stop breaking
I
everything.
don't know how to fix it. I'll be back. Hold on.
I'll be back. He'll try another one. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Celtics taking care of business. By the way, Jason Tatum puts up 25 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists in that first game 1 there. And Jaylen Brown, 26 points of his own, 11 of 21 on the
Can you hear us?
on that as well. I think he's still working through it. Let's see. Nikola Vucevic, Peyton Pritchard. Since it was such a blowout, they went deep into their bench, which is always good if you can do that in the playoffs early on in the round. Let's see. I can hear Chris and Rick. I can see Scotty. Not much. Not so much the Mona Lisa, but still. There you go. Thanks, Canada, for helping us out there. Yeah, he's still playing around with it. You'll see him popping in and out periodically here. Let's see. Other games that took place today. So today we obviously have the Spurs, who are starting to separate themselves from Portland. You have OKC, who beat the Phoenix Suns by 1 million. And you have Detroit and Orlando, which the Orlando Magic take game 1 from the number 1 Detroit Pistons. End up taking down the Pistons 112-101. Cade Cunningham, 39 points. I didn't see a lot of this game because I was out and about today. But man, what a upset here in game 1, which if you're Orlando, you'll take advantage of a chance to beat the number 1 team on their home floor in game 1. So it's crazy. Detroit has dropped 11 straight home games this postseason, a drought that dates back to 2008. Like, what? Kind of crazy. So, yeah, the Pistons will have another chance to get a win against Orlando on Wednesday night in game 2. But career high playoff points for Cade Cunningham, 39 points. Tobias Harris, 17 points. But the rest of the team was quiet. Let's see. Hold on.
Speaking of quiet,
let's see. I'm working on getting Scotty back in here. Is it the fact? It shouldn't be my side, right, Rec? It shouldn't be me.
Yeah, because I hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Chat hears you perfectly fine. Did you mute it on accident?
All right.
so DM him on Discord.
Here.
Accidentally mute everything.
Here, Rec, just nope.
I wish. I mean, what?
Let's see.
Audio, or
Rec.
should I just leave?
Oh, yeah.
Rec DM.
But
DM.
then I can't hear your answer, so I don't know why I'm asking.
Rec's gonna.
This is good. This is good.
This is great. We're crushing it.
Really good.
Rex DMing you. Hey, Brendan, what's going on? How we doing?
Hear everything else. Does Rec hear you?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Rec hears you.
And we hear you.
I don't know what happened to me.
I'm trying to DM him, but I can't tell him I'm DMing him because he's still deaf.
Let's see.
So why it works with that, Mammoth got a very first period to take a 1-0 lead against the Knights. Logan Cooley, with 11 seconds to go, gives Utah the lead.
I'll take a Vegas Golden Knights first round knockout by the Mammoth.
Yeah.
I would take that. I mean, I feel like
nobody in the Pacific is going to the Cup anyways.
Why? I mean, isn't that a weird thing in the NHL too? Though, like teams that are like expansion teams having a lot of luck early on in their time in the NHL, like somehow.
To be fair, at least like Utah, at least this isn't an expansion team. It's just a team with new ownership, a
Yeah.
new name.
Yeah, like they're like just new teams or new or expansions or things that are new somehow
Yeah.
are good in the NHL, which is like weird. Like you'll see a team that like goes on a run their first go round and it's like, wait, what? How?
Yeah, with how bad the Arizona Coyotes were in their history, these players deserve something nice at least. They deserve something to be excited about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
man.
come on, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, goal for the Utah Mammoth in the end of the before the first end of the first period. So get some momentum going into the second. Let's see, what else do we got? So yeah, I think so far Detroit Pistons losing to the Orlando Magic is kind of between between both NHL and NBA playoffs is one of the biggest surprises as of right now. I mean, that's one of the bigger kind of head scratchers. Like, what happened to the Detroit Pistons? But we'll see how they correct in the game 2 coming up here. So Monday night, tomorrow night, there's Denver, Minnesota, of course, 8:30 because we always are the late game. Cleveland and Toronto and New York and Atlanta are all the 3 games that are on the slate tomorrow for the NBA. NHL wise, tomorrow, Pittsburgh, Philly, Carolina, Ottawa, Dallas, Minnesota, which I think is going to be. Minnesota's already up 1-0. We didn't talk about that. Minnesota beating Dallas in game 1. And then you have Anaheim and Edmonton, who will play their first game tomorrow as well. But the Colorado Avalanche got their dub today, so big win for them. 2-1 win against LA to take game 1. And Buffalo beating Boston and Tampa Bay losing to Montreal in overtime. So there's some games that we just experienced today that are, again, getting us going here. Go Raptors, go Sens, go. Yeah, playoffs are here. Let's go. Let's have some fun with it. San Antonio keeping tabs on this game as well. That one's in progress. It looks like, and I'm just checking up the box score here for San Antonio and what's happening, but looks like the San Antonio Spurs, man, getting some boost from the rest of that starting 5 there. Stephon Castle, 17 points. Devin Vassell, 14 points. Fox, 12 points. And Victor Wembanyama, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks so far in this one. Hey.
Bad news. That means I knew if I turned on my camera, everything would magically be fixed. It's like, oh,
Thing eventually, it was so weird because, like, I would play audio from any other source and it would work fine. So I was like, it can't be a me issue. But eventually, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna restart this shit and figure it out.
And you're back. Hey, he's back.
My man.
There it is. Figured it out. What's up, Gliss? How we doing? Welcome in.
I do apologize to everyone that you had to see Rex's face briefly. That's on me.
yeah,
That's my fault.
yeah. Which I knew, like, it's like if I do this, it's gonna be like, oh, I see Rex's face. Now I have to fix everything.
I didn't know he had switched to your face. To be fair.
No, he didn't switch it to it. I just turned my camera on.
Yeah,
it
automatically.
I think
It's
the world self-corrected at that point. They're like we can't have this.
Hey,
now,
I'm just
now
trying to be
on Twitch,
helpful.
I'm getting a WrestleMania feed. That's going on tonight, right, Chris?
WrestleMania. Yeah, WrestleMania
I don't
weekend
know
is.
anything about it anymore.
Yeah, WrestleMania weekend is here. I caught up on night 1 last night, and I'm not gonna lie, WrestleMania feels kind of like a downer this week. Like, this is supposed to be, for all you wrestling fans out there. I've gotten back into it over the last couple years, year and a half, 2 years. I feel like this is my second WrestleMania where I was like, all right, like, what's happening? What's going on? I'm up on the storylines. I'm up on who's who. And this has been honestly one of the more underwhelming through last night. I haven't caught up on tonight's underwhelming WrestleMania. This is Super Bowl. This is the big, shebang of the year. The road to WrestleMania kind of was lackluster. WrestleMania's been, I don't know, man. They dropped the ball a little bit this year. Maybe the night 2 is going to make up for it, but it hasn't been. In my opinion, it's been a little rough.
Listener fan said night 2 was better but weird. So better, but maybe not still good enough. I don't know. I'm not involved. I was a wrestling fan at one point. I'm not right now. Maybe I will be again one day. But
okay,
that's disappointing. That's too bad.
What's up, Gliss? What's up, Mage? Mage in the chat. So how about Jason Tatum among the minutes leaders for the C's and looking pretty good doing it? Yeah, I mentioned that a little bit. NBA playoffs. We got the Boston Celtics just absolutely crushing the Sixers. Again, I feel like this probably is going to be a sweep. If not, I think the Celtics are going to put the Sixers away very quickly. But the fact that Jason Tatum is coming back and playing as well as he has been, I mean, it's kind of crazy coming off that torn Achilles.
Does Embiid play in this series, or is he just like, I'm good? He's probably I'm good.
And we'll talk some NFL draft here in a minute.
Either way, I think Boston will win. Yeah, well, and we'll talk about that trade that.
We'll talk about.
I know. I mean,
Captain, I get why you're excited, but also you're just. You can. It's fine to be excited. You're just wrong. And Rex take was even worse.
Real quick before we get to that though,
how's my take?
We'll tease that. There was a big trade in the NFL. We'll tease that here with this, but I want to talk a little bit about. So, like, obviously the Sixers or the Celtics are going to win this series, but can we talk about just for a minute when it's all said and done? We may look at Joel Embiid as we talk about what ifs on this show. Like, what if Joel Embiid did not have injury issues? What if he didn't have, and maybe it's not just injuries. Maybe there's some other things that, are going on there from, I don't know if it's psychological stuff, but Joel Embiid was at one point in his NBA career a top 2 MVP candidate. He won an MVP. He was constantly battling with Jokic. What could have been with Joel Embiid? Because we talk about like the biggest rivalries in a sport. Remember the Peyton Manning and Tom Brady rivalry? There's some big rivalries, like there's some big time names when you're kind of talking about like some of the ones that really stack up. And I feel like we've missed out on having that as one of the best rivalries for the NBA that they could have benefited from. But Joel Embiid went from being a Hall of Fame caliber player to being Greg Oden all of a sudden. I feel like the way, not from maybe a talent perspective, obviously Greg Oden and Embiid aren't in the same conversation from a talent perspective, but from an injury and what could have been, man, Joel Embiid is just, he can't even get into playoff games anymore. That was where he showed up, actually.
Remember, he was drafted like 3rd overall and didn't play for like 2 years, basically. Now, this is why I know, like, NBA draft analysts or like GMs for teams don't watch ball, or at least didn't watch ball at the time. The only team I know is Kansas, right? Like, I'm not gonna say I know, I'm an expert on every other team, but I watch Kansas. 2 times Kansas has had a draft where they've had top 10 players, 2 top 10 players, and the wrong one was taken first. Like, Andrew Wiggins was taken number 1 overall in the draft. Joel Embiid went 3. Both played at Kansas. Joel Embiid was hurt for the NCAA tournament, but I'm like, that's crazy. Joel Embiid is going to be a better pro by far than Andrew Wiggins. The only other time I felt that way was when the Nuggets took Rafe LaFrentz back in
Rafe.
97.
Yeah.
And Paul Pierce was on the board. And I'm like, as a Kansas fan, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Paul Pierce is going to be a way better pro than Rafe LaFrentz. So, like, GMs aren't good at their jobs, or at least some aren't in the NBA even. Like, there's no way if they watch every Kansas game, you would take either of those players over the other. No shot. But yeah, with Joel Embiid, I don't know. I don't know if he loves the game. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if it's like he's, very injured, slightly injured, doesn't care, kind of bored.
Jokic doesn't love the game, and he still plays at a high level.
I think that's wrong. I do think Jokic loves the game because Jokic in the offseason avoids the game. And I think that's different. He takes his offseason to get away because he puts everything into a season, and people miss on that. They don't realize how much he loves the game during the season. So when he is in the offseason, he leaves the game completely. And maybe that works for him. It won't work for everybody. Obviously, some people need to work on their game, do this or that. But he loves other things, and he's like, I think for his mental capacity and like sanity, he has to get away. I'm echoing, by the way.
All right, I got you. So
hitting Sky twice is painful.
So, looking at the injury, so he had a post-appendectomy, which he had that April 9th. So it's been 10 days. And Googling it, recovery typically takes 1 to 3 weeks, and 2 to 4 weeks, full healing 4 to 6 weeks. He's not close. He's not close. He's sounds like he's gonna be initial recoveries 1 to 7 days, returning to activity 1 to 3 weeks, full recovery 3 to 6 weeks. Strenuous exercise, heavy lifting can usually be resumed after 3 to. Yeah. I mean,
he's not a quick recoverer.
No,
in his history.
So
he doesn't come back early. Speaking of injuries, what a wild thing that happened yesterday with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Well, and it sounds like he's most likely going to play game 2, from what I've seen.
Then I have questions. The dude, and listen, Kevin Durant he's played. He's very non-injury prone. He's done it all his career. He played 78 games this year out of 82. Like, he's played them all. And then all of a sudden, out of kind of nowhere, he's not active for game 1 of the playoffs. But now he's good 2 days later. I'm not questioning Kevin Durant. It's just super bizarre. It's super bizarre.
And you were having audio issues when I was talking about this, but it was like,
oh, you were talking about, okay.
Yeah, I talked about this a little bit, and I thought it was strange in the sense that, like, I felt like maybe he was dealing with some lingering stuff, but the Rockets came into that game saying, we can, like, arrogantly, in my opinion, I think that this maybe was an arrogant move by them to say, the Lakers only have LeBron James. So I'm not we should be able to go in there and beat the Lakers as they are, because you know what? Like, who's going to beat us? We take away LeBron James. Who's going to beat us? Well, Luke Kennard is the guy that's going to beat you. Put up 27 points, and then
5 of 5 from 3.
Like, there was a Luke Kennard. Like I said, Rec knows that name pretty well. But I mean,
yep.
I think Houston came in. We say, hey, we got Sengun, we got Jabari, we got Thompson. We should be able to, get through this game without Kevin Durant and feel it out a little bit. And I think they missed an opportunity to do that with sitting Kevin Durant. I think if they were to do it over again, knowing the outcome of what took place, and all of a sudden Durant's good with no issues for the second game, I think they're going to regret that. And they had a chance. I mean, it was a kind of a weird thing, and the fact that he's available for game 2, from what it sounds like in multiple reports, questionable move.
Like, what could have changed with your knee in 2 days?
Don't know.
Drugs.
Well, then take the drugs for game 1. But I will see how healthy he actually is. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure. Again, Durant's not that guy. He's not the guy that, like, he plays. He's always active. I give him credit for that through his career. But that was just super weird. Like, to play 78 out of 82 games in a season, and then out of nowhere, they're all of a sudden like, oh, he's not active for game 1 because his knee hurts. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And they're not that good with. Well, I don't think the Rockets are that good with Durant. That could have been, I don't know, that could have been a fun series. Now it's kind of like a boring series to me. Even if the Lakers pull it out, where are they going? They're going to OKC. They're going to lose each of those games by like 30, like they did in the regular season. They got dominated by OKC.
Yeah,
in the regular season.
Speaking of OKC, speaking of all of these, we have our MVP finalists. No shock here for the NBA. Shea, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama. All 3 finalists for the MVP award. We pretty much know who's going to win, but maybe we can.
It's going to be Shea.
It's going to be Shea.
Fine. I'm not saying that's the wrong choice.
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it because you're not going to get another one next year. McNuggets, what's going on? No one expects team to go 60% though. By the way, No Grow, what's up? Drugs leaving system? What? What you talking about?
Oh, because I was talking about the drugs for Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Well, then have more drugs.
Let's see. Jaylen Brown deserves it. He carried the C's to even be standing when the season started. I think Jaylen Brown has an argument. I mean, the fact that the Celtics without Tatum, and he's kind of kept things afloat, and he made them as good as they were this season. I mean, here's the thing though with Jaylen Brown. I feel like he's enjoyed, I think, that time without Tatum, because obviously him and Tatum are, a good 1 and 2 punch there. But like, are we sure who's the alpha is there?
Well, for years you've been saying Jalen's the alpha, so I think Tatum's the alpha. I mean, Jaylen Brown's a great player. Tatum's the alpha there. You're wrong on that one. He's the alpha.
I think that there's different players, different styles, different attitudes.
Right. He's the alpha, whether it's wrong or right.
Yeah.
Like, Jalen might even be the better player, and I don't know that that's true. But the alpha is Tatum. If they're a late game situation, they're going to Tatum, not Jalen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying that's right, but that's the reality.
It's interesting though. And again, I think that there's an argument to be made for Brown. I just think when you're looking at the NBA and the landscape of the NBA, it's just really hard to make a case when you're looking up at the people in front of you on that MVP ladder, and you have Jokic, who's having one of the greatest seasons of an individual player of all time, with averaging more points and assists than the most in the league.
Rebounds and
assists. Sorry. You have Shea, who led his team to what he did this year, and he is an MVP candidate. You have Victor Wembanyama, who's throwing his name in the mix in year 2, and what he's been. We're not even saying if Luka was healthy, he would be in the mix. I mean, it's just like it's so stacked at the top with some of these players that like average seasons or really good seasons that you would typically see as an MVP season aren't cutting it anymore. Like stats and the goalposts move every year. This is my problem with the MVP in the NBA is the fact that the goalposts move every year. You had Jokic winning it as did he win it as a 5 seed? Were they a 5 seed that one year?
It was a 5, but keep in mind that I think Jamal was out that year and they were a 5 seed. Yeah. He carried that team.
So he carried that team. His stats were crazy as well. But he's they were a 3 seed this year. He had the craziest stats ever, and he carried them again. Where, it's the goalposts are always moving with the MVP for the NBA, and it's going to move next year for Shea. So that's why I'm saying Jokic, maybe Brown could get in that mix. I think it's hard for Brown to get in that mix when you have Jason Tatum on that team too. But it's going to be different for sure. Give me Jokic for MVP. Oh yeah,
Tincats earlier on said he's on a three stream streak, and he's like, I'm here too often. You are not.
You're not here enough. You're not here enough.
Come back for more.
I want a 300 streak. Come on now.
Yeah. Let's build up the streak.
Let's hang out together.
Well, you're gonna be hanging out soon.
Gap year for the Pacers.
Thursday night.
Stats.
I didn't invite Rec, but Chris did. So Rec is coming to Colorado in less than a week. It's actually terrifying to say out loud.
Yeah. And by the way,
Thursday.
we're getting together. Actually, we got to figure out where we want to go on Saturday when we get all of our lab rats together for our lab rat summit that we're doing out here in Colorado. So that's going to be, I want to say Saturday, someday at some point. I don't know when and where, but we got to post that in the Discord. We got to figure out where we're going to go.
What time are the Nuggets? But I have a lot of kid games in the afternoon, so hopefully the Nuggets are a late game on Saturday.
We got to figure it out.
I don't know when Saturday 6:30. That's not terrible. I was worried it was going to be like another 1:30 like we just had.
So Lab Rat Summit for the Nuggets game, maybe somewhere.
What time is the Nuggets game?
I just said 6:30. Rec.
I thought you were saying something else.
Damn it, Rec.
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
Cats, where's my invite? I wouldn't go, but still, you're invited.
Yeah, just come on by.
Here's your official invite. Anyone's invited. We're inviting Rec. I mean, that clearly states anyone's welcome.
So if people want to take Scotty up on that offer and sleep in his house.
That's not what I said. I said anyone's invited to the hangout.
It's gonna be I'm gonna be there from this Thursday to Sunday, and we're having a huge thing Saturday night.
Yeah, we're gonna go big Saturday night. We got to get a couple people. We got who do we got out here? We got
Cuban Medusa,
Broncos, D Cola, myself, Scotty. Rec, you'll be here, and then who else? Is there? I thought there was someone else. Maybe not.
Yeah, there's definitely more Canada people.
Yeah.
Well, you know who we haven't seen in a while is Marie.
Yeah, Marie.
Yeah.
I feel like Marie. She's all over the place though. She's all over the place.
She's doing well wherever she's at.
Stats are overrated at this point. Centers and forwards have advantage because guards are shorter.
Well, that's been true for the history of time.
That is
plenty of guards have won MVP. So I don't know what to say about that. Golden Knights, all of a sudden, I don't know why ours isn't updated.
Yeah, let's see.
Knights in the chat, or no, Utah scored to go up 2-1. Golden Knights recently tied it up at 1. Now the Mammoth up 2-1 on the Golden Knights. I'll cheer for the Mammoth in that one. I will never cheer for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why isn't
they
this?
They don't deserve
You're cheering for the
success.
team that stole your lacrosse team's stuff.
Yeah, stealing all the we had the Mammoth first, Okay. Stealing our
Let's be clear,
taglines.
It is an indoor lacrosse team, and only 12 people know about it. So
Yeah. Now, what do you think about their new Zamboni, the Zamoth?
it's good luck. Got to do what you got to do.
The
Like make the Zambonis more interesting. Why not?
I was wondering how the Avs would do their Zamboni. I'm like, what would they do? Like, you can't do anything with like our mascot Bernie because Bernie's weak. Like what? Like I don't know. I don't know what you could do for the Avs.
Yeah, not our job. Someone else figure it out.
Figure it out and come up with something cool, please. Maybe
No, Chris, what you need to do, like with everything else that happens,
just get stoned and come up with some ideas.
just take like 5 gummies. Be like, what would be awesome? If we had a Zamboni shaped like a mountain.
Yeah. Be like, go into a dark room. Be like, what would be a great idea? And after about 3 or 4 hits from the bong, I'm like, bruh, you know what would be really cool? A 14er. Maybe we just get a big number 14, throw it on the side of the thing in big, bold font.
And most of the country would be like, I don't even. Why do they have a 14?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, it would be.
Rec doesn't know what that means.
Yeah, can't confirm.
Yeah. I don't know what we would do. But yeah.
14 implies we have a lot of mountains wreck that people like to climb that are over 14,000 feet. So every time you climb a mountain that's over 14,000 feet, you climbed a 14er. That's a lingo here in Colorado, but most people will be like, I don't know what that is.
All right, makes sense. We should just have a stream where Chris gets extremely high, and we give him all kinds of different prompts, like how would you fix this? What would you do in this situation?
All right, then maybe that's our next. Maybe that's our next sub goal. Maybe it's ask Chris anything, and I just get baked and just like answer questions of like what I think, and we'll see. Maybe we'll come up with some ideas that'll change the world. Maybe like maybe I'll come up with some of the best ideas.
All these world leaders trying to come up with these big ideas to save the world. They're not stoned enough. They're trying to think too seriously.
McDuggets in the chat is talking about like Jokic always has the ball in his hands 24/7, so it's not as meaningful. Wouldn't it mean it's more meaningful that they rely on him so much that makes him, I don't know, the most valuable player because they put the ball in his hands 24/7? That might be a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But for me, if you're putting the ball in a guy's hands all the time on offense, feels like maybe there's a reason they're doing that. Well, it's because he's the best player on the planet.
And I can make that argument like, everything's like if he's producing offensively all that he's producing, like getting his team all the open looks that he gets, everything's running through him. I mean, Nikola Jokic is the best offensive engine the NBA has ever seen. Like, offensively, he does more. Like, you could argue maybe he's not the best scorer in league history. You could argue maybe he's not the best, assists in NBA history. But if you combine everything that he does on the court all together, there's not a single player in NBA history that has the complete offensive tools and engine that Nikola Jokic has. Like, you just can't really have an argument for anybody else.
And it feels like, I don't know, the one instance where he doesn't have the ball in his hands, it's called rebounds. And he led the league in that.
I mean, Kareem?
I mean, Kareem did they? I mean, it's not like you're running an entire offense through Kareem. It's not like he's, doing what he's doing from, distributing the ball. And I mean, Kareem is a very talented player, and he's a legend, and he's one of the best to ever do it. But from a pure offensive standpoint, the whole bundle, the entire package, Jokic is a better offensive player, and from an just all around game offensively than Kareem, in my opinion.
Final Spurs defeat the Portland Trailblazers 111-98 in game 1. 98 points. We weren't watching the game. That's either bad offense from Portland or good defense from San Antonio, or maybe both. Could be both. It's probably both. But I still think that series is going to be a bit of a battle. I don't think Portland's going to give up easily. I'm not surprised San Antonio won game 1.
Wemby ended up finishing with 35 points, 2 blocks. Only 5 rebounds in the game for Wemby. But turned it on. I mean, he had 25 points or about halfway through the third quarter. So he finished the game strong, 10 more points in the fourth quarter to close out that game for the San Antonio Spurs. So shout out. Spurs take game 1. I was saying, did you see that the Detroit Pistons lost to Orlando Magic?
Only home team to lose in game 1.
Yeah. So kind of wild.
Our Detroit Pistons. Chairman's Detroit Pistons, which was, that's a 1-8 right there, right? So
it is. Yeah.
Not a great look. Don't go full panic mode if you're Detroit, but you have to play a lot better moving forward.
Jokic, what's up, JT? Jokic, best player in the NBA. Wemby is second. Okay, so you're jumping Wemby over SGA, huh? Okay, all right, fair enough. Kareem was in an episode of Full House and helped Uncle Jesse improve his basketball game. Can't say that about Jokic. I guess you know what? I guess
you're
not
right. Wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I guess
You can't handle the truth.
Can't handle the truth that the fact that Kareem can help Uncle Jesse with his jumper,
I sadly know that episode. Uncle Jesse was so bad at basketball.
Uncle Jesse couldn't hang.
So bad.
Remember old
I'm not
sitcoms?
even sure if Kareem helped him. He was like the ref, and he's like, I wouldn't give that guy the ball. That's how I remember it, at least. Uncle Jesse couldn't hit the broadside of a bar, but then he won. Of course, because it's fake TV. He hit the game winner for no reason at all. Well, for
no reason.
For a reason, but Kareem's a better actor than Jokic is. I will give him that. And to be honest, Chris, you and I didn't watch Kareem play, so it's hard to.
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, we can watch.
I've literally never seen a basketball game live with Kareem playing in it.
Maybe, hey, how about this? We pick a Kareem game. Well, I mean, let's take a look at one of the best couple Kareem games, highlights or whatever. We'll do that for a throwback, and we'll watch Kareem, and we can make a. Obviously, he's a legend, so it's going to be aesthetically pretty fun to watch. Also, Kareem was surrounded by Showtime Lakers as well.
That he only had Magic Johnson to play with.
Yeah,
he didn't have anybody.
He's only surrounded by the Showtime Lakers, so it's.
Cam Reddish was able to show up.
Let's go.
Hey, Captain. By the way, I saw a couple things here. Going back to just finishing my thoughts on Detroit. One thing that, and I noticed, I watched a few of the highlights. One thing that I noticed in the series with the Detroit and Orlando Magic that made me question. A lot of people we love Detroit to go pretty far. We knew that they were kind of a young team and they're on their way up. Physical advantages are not on their side in this matchup. I feel like Orlando, the size advantages, the physical advantages across the board, that's going to be something to keep an eye on for that series. I don't know. Orlando just has more dudes that can do something when, in the half court from a size perspective, rebounding, offensively, defensively. It might just be a really bad matchup that's going to make that series go far.
I'm worried about, and something to put in the chat. Now I forget that when everyone references like a try-hard team and they give more effort, they're better because they give more effort. In the regular season, that might be true. In the postseason, I feel like everyone's giving max effort. So some of those times where it's like a try-hard team that wins more regular season games than you expect, when it comes down to playoff basketball, you need talent. You need guys that make shots. You need guys that like are just better than the players on the opposite side of the court. And so I don't like betting on try-hard teams in the regular season.
Yeah, and
credit to them for trying hard, but like, I don't know if that works out.
My boy Jason Timpf, he's a guy that I follow quite a bit. He's like a basketball nerd. He's really good. If you don't know who Jason Timpf is, go follow him, Jason LT. He even says here, Detroit has he was noticing like the size advantage and some of the physical disparities. But he was saying in one of his tweets, Detroit has an advantage physically over Cleveland, New York, Boston, which gives them kind of like a being able to like stay with those teams and be able to, margin for error in the half court. It's a little bit more, towards them in an advantage for them. But Orlando would lose to all three of those teams, but they kind of are in a weird way built physically to hang with Detroit. So it's all about matchups, man. It's all about matchups. We saw this with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Spurs and the Nuggets kind of triangle, rock, paper, scissors, where everyone's kind of like beating each other. The Spurs have OKC's number. OKC has beaten Denver. Denver has beaten the Spurs in the last 3 out of the 4 games. So it's like these little. It's all about matchups. It's fascinating. That's why NBA playoffs is always so great, right? By the way, guys, if you guys are joining us in the chat, hit that follow button. If you're new, just seeing us for the first time, my name is Chris. This is Scotty. We host a show called Action Lab Sports, which is what you're joining right now. If you're just chilling in the background, hit that follow button. We are live every Wednesday and Sunday. Cade was the only one who showed up tonight for Detroit. MVP point against SGA. I think you could replace SGA on the Thunder with a few other top-tier guards, and they have a chance at MVP. You can't say that about Jokic, Wemby, except maybe replacing one or the other on their respective rosters. Yeah. I guess this year is kind of weird for Jokic because Jokic missed some time and the Nuggets played pretty well without him. That doesn't change the fact that he is everything to this team. I just think the depth is better this year than it typically is than what the Nuggets normally have. But you take Wemby off of the Spurs, they're not winning this. They're not where they are. You take Jokic off the Nuggets, I know it's a small sample size of the time he missed, but they don't. Realistically, the Nuggets don't have a chance at a championship without Jokic. As much as I love Jamal, as much as I love some of the players on this roster, we can't
championship. They don't win a series.
like, true, yeah. It's just not possible. You have to have a superstar like him at some level to win a championship. Doesn't matter. That's just how it works in the NBA. Star power wins.
Cats, you're not wrong on that. Yeah, replace SGA with a few other elite guards like you're talking about, Ant, Luka, Jalen, Tatum. They're still a great team. Now, I don't know. Like, SGA is fit in, and they built it perfectly there in OKC, and they're a gauntlet. Like, OKC is the favorite and should be the favorite to win the title. Improved in game 1, even though SGA did not have a good shooting game at all. He had 17 free throw attempts though, so he did that. He scored the same amount of points as Jokic in game 1. And he had 17 free throws, and Jokic had 1. And they scored the same amount.
Yeah.
Just saying. We should get to the draft here quickly because it's only captain hanging. Or
Yeah.
not even the draft. Like,
Yeah, let's talk a little bit of
the
NFL.
abomination of a trade. Like, so bad.
Let's talk a little NFL real quick. We had some NFL
So,
news.
tell us why you hate the Dexter
And now-
Lawrence trade so
let's
much.
Now-
let's talk about it
go
real quick and the details of it. So Dexter Lawrence, defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence, passes physical with the Cincinnati Bengals, has signed a 1-year, $28 million extension. He was acquired by the Bengals from the New York Giants for the number 10 pick in this week's draft coming up this Thursday. Now under contract with Cincinnati for the next 3 seasons. So that was they had an impasse when they were trying to go through negotiations on a new deal with the New York Giants. He requested a trade after 7 years with New York. The Giants now own the rights to the number 5 and number 10 picks in the first round. Lawrence, 28, Pro Bowl selection 2022 through 2024, named second team All-Pro in 2022-23, 30 and a half sacks and 40 tackles for loss in 109 career games, coming off a season career lows in sacks and tackles, 0.5 and 33 tackles. So
half a sack.
half a sack,
Chris?
half a sack is career lows. And dude's getting paid. He's getting that straight cash, homie.
You know what it probably was? He wasn't getting a lot of sacks because he wasn't on a good D line. Oh wait, he had Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and Brian Burns on his fucking D line in New York. That was a way better line than what he's headed to in Cincinnati. Giving up the number and Rex take.
Why?
I think your point, which I would agree with in a vacuum, but it's such a bad take. I think you said there was no one at pick 10 that would be more impactful than Dexter Lawrence. Correct?
Yep.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Brendan. Appreciate that love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hopefully, you had a great stream. And guys, go give Brendan a follow if you haven't already. He is fantastic. He's a lab rat. We like to support all of our lab rats. Go give him some love.
There is no doubt that Dexter Lawrence in the year 2026 season will be more impactful than what the Bengals could have got at 10. Totally agree. But that's removing all of the other facets of that. You're giving up your number 10 pick. You're trading away your number 10 overall pick that is very cap manageable to pay Dexter Lawrence. Oh, by the way, $30+ million a year for a guy that had a half sack. Like, I think Dexter Lawrence is one of the best D tackles in the league. All right. Really good player. But he's headed into his 29, 30-year-old season. He's getting older. I wouldn't say, like, to give up your number. Like, I think most teams in the league laughed at that trade. Laughed at it. Like,
That is not what the reports have said.
I don't understand why you would give up. Is the number 10 overall pick that is cost controlled along with Trey Hendrickson better than trading for Dexter Lawrence? Let's say they combine for the same price, the number 10 overall pick and Trey Hendrickson versus Dexter Lawrence. And then you get the number 10 overall pick for the next 4 years. Cost controlled. So cost controlled. It's not about who makes the most impact next year. It's about the money. It's like a $30 million difference. So yeah. Is he $30 million better than the impact they could get at number 10 overall and get younger and like have assets moving forward where they can spend money on free agents or whoever or retaining players based on the salary cap? I think this was an and people will say I'm a hater because it's AFC and Bengals. It's not that. I think it's generally an awful move from the Bengals. I don't think it moves the envelope as much as people want. And you're cap strapping yourself. You're already paying a ton of money to your wide receivers and your quarterback. You're paying it like you don't have money to spend. You don't spend money in Cincinnati. And now you trade the 10th overall pick for Dexter Lawrence?
So Captain Irvin in the chat.
I hate it.
Captain Irvin said that, but like this isn't. He agrees that this isn't like the move that the Bengals owner makes, but the fact they made it like does show some sort of change. Like some sort of change is coming, which is exactly what Bengals fans want to see.
I get
like they're actually bringing a player.
I get
paying
that.
him what he's worth.
I get that, but that feels very Rockies to me. That feels like, hey, we're not good enough. And let's go spend and trade assets on a guy that's not going to be good enough to move the needle. I'm not saying Dexter Lawrence won't move the needle. He will. He'll make that defense better. There's no doubt about it. But you still have a ton of holes on that defense. He had a half a sack last year. A half. He had a half more than I did.
I mean, we were right behind him on that. We weren't too far behind either. So
I just think it would, like, if they would have given up the second round pick, that would have made way more sense to me. Giving up the number 10 overall for Dexter Lawrence, who the Giants clearly weren't willing to pay. There were reports they were $10 million apart per year on a deal. So you're going to, and then you offer your number 10 overall pick to the Giants, and they're like, are you serious? Of course we'll do that. I think the Giants won this trade massively. Now, the Giants might blow the pick, and that could be true. Like, the Giants are the Giants, right? Like, they could obviously ruin that pick, and it won't be the right pick, but to give up the number 10 overall pick and pay $30+ million to Dexter Lawrence when you could have just paid, Trey Hendrickson and kept the number 10 overall pick does not make sense to me.
I mean,
it doesn't make sense.
Isn't that kind of what the Ravens were like? Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, hold up. Can I have a do-over and mix this up a little bit? Because if we can keep our pick and still get some, like, that is valuable, right? Like, we saw that already. We've seen that song and dance. So,
Maybe it's just like Dexter was double teamed all year. I mean, I'm sure he was not double teamed all year. I'm sure he was double teamed to get him out. He's a great player, one of the best D tackles in the league, but also it's a declining asset because he's 29 going on 30. I mean, people have seen pictures of Dexter Lawrence. I don't know if he's the epitome of like, I'm going to play till I'm 35. I wouldn't think that. Like, he might have a couple more good years left. I think his best years are behind him. And you don't trade the number 10 overall pick and pay the money you have to pay Dexter Lawrence now, in my opinion, at all. That's just
made sure he was statistically the most double team player in the league.
I'll look that up because don't know if that's true or not. But I would be shocked based off their edges if that was true.
Either way, big move.
Cam Irvin says just wait till they trade up into the first round.
So
then you're giving up other things. He did lead it. So there's no doubt he helps. But if he's double teamed, who else is rushing the quarterback in Cincinnati? They don't have any edge rushers that are good. Am I crazy? Who's on Cincy now that's gonna take advantage of that the double team that Dexter Lawrence is taking on?
Yeah, let me pull up the Bengals depth chart because I know that they've signed a couple pieces, but I don't remember if they're on edge or not. Yeah, the edge rushers are not great at all.
No. If I'm a Steelers fan, I'd be excited. The Bengals are so lost on how to build a team, in my opinion.
Well, and then on the flip side, the New York Giants. I mean, we were kind of like on them as a dark horse with who they've with the new coach, right? We got players there. We got Jackson Dart. We got some Scattaboo.
Scattaboo.
We got some good players there that I feel
now
like
they have the number 5 and number 10 pick
which
in the first round. So
how do they mess it up?
2 top 10 picks. We'll see who they take there. And not to mention their elite stud wide receiver got hurt in week 4 last year?
Might have been earlier than that. I had to check.
It was 3 or 4. I think it was one of those weeks. So you get back I think we can all agree Malik Neighbors is an absolute stud. So you get him back. Yeah. You get the number 5, number 10 overall pick. You're saving. They were never going to pay. That's the issue with what the Bengals did. The Giants were never going to pay him what he was under contract for 2 more years. He signed a new deal not that long, 2 years ago with the Giants. And halfway through, he's like, I'm not playing anymore until I get more money. I think the Giants won that trade for sure.
Well, and now the Giants have a couple picks to roll through. So I'm pulling up a mock draft here because we do have some draft coverage that we're going to be talking through. Kind of some players that are going to be on people's radars for their teams, and obviously my Denver Broncos aren't going to have a lot of picks to play with. They say F them picks, but there are teams that we're going to have a lot of picks. Now the New York Giants, they have some options to figure out what they want. This is an NFL mock draft, NFL.com mock draft, 7-round, and they have the Giants at 5 going with offensive lineman. Let's see. Offensive lineman for their first pick.
What's his name?
Francis Mauigoa? Mauigoa?
To be honest,
I don't know either. So. Pronounce that. I failed that one, so it's fine. But then at the 10th pick, well, actually, they haven't even updated this for. They still have Cincinnati Bengals on the board.
Bengals there.
But I've seen another one where they have a wide receiver to go on the other side of Malik Neighbors as an option.
Jordan Tyson has so much smoke at going. I've heard Jordan Tyson maybe being the pick for the Giants at 5. Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver at Arizona State, is getting a ton of smoke right now, which I don't know how to feel about because I made a bet when I heard the Chiefs loved him a couple weeks back. So I hope he's there at 9, only for the sense I could make money if they pick him.
So Tyson did have a workout today because he's been dealing with a hamstring issue.
He worked
out
out
today, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, and he still didn't run a 40 or whatever, but he looked perfectly fine in the workout. And there's some draft pundits I've seen that say he's going to be the best player in this draft. So I don't know if that's true. That feels aggressive.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, that feels aggressive to me, but he's getting a ton of hype right now. Jordan Tyson might be getting more hype than any other player in the draft right now, as far as moving up the draft boards.
So we know you want Tyson for just so you can make money.
I don't even for the money.
Who do you think? Yeah, what does your heart want, and who do you think they would?
I'd rather go D-line. I would rather get an edge. I think the Chiefs need an edge badly. I'd be totally fine with Ruben Bain.
Yeah.
At 9, which is I think what this mock draft has.
Yeah. Bain at 9 would be an absolute steal.
Yeah, I'd be totally. I think that's our biggest issue right now as a Chiefs fan is we have no one off the edge. That can really promote pressure, and you have Chris Jones aging. The D line was a disaster last year. That was the biggest issue on the Chiefs team last year was their D line couldn't create pressure without blitzing. So getting a guy like Ruben Bain, I know he's got short T-Rex arms, but I don't care. Dude's a monster and an athlete.
And T-Rex arms are easier to work with for D linemen than O linemen.
Yeah, so I'd be totally satisfied with Ruben Bain, which is like the one D lineman I would take there, because the other ones I would take, I don't think it will be there at 9 with like Arvell Reese and David Bailey.
Bailey.
Here's
They won't be there at 9.
here's the mock draft for ESPN Mel Kiper.
Jordan Tyson, wide receiver.
Mel
Yeah, I mean, there's been a ton of smoke with him and the Chiefs.
Mel Kiper. This is his official mock draft. So this is his most updated and recent one, where he has obviously Fernando Mendoza, David Bailey second here for the New York Jets.
It's going to be Reese or Bailey, but I think it's going to be Reese, but Bailey could definitely be the pick too.
Then we got 4 Tennessee Titans taking Jeremiah Love, running back out of Notre Dame. Number 5, Caleb Downs. He has going to the New York Giants, safety, Ohio State.
I don't think that'll be the pick there. I love Caleb. Caleb Downs is a great player. I just don't value safety enough to take a guy at number 5 like that.
I mean, would he drop to their 10th spot and they could take
He definitely could drop to
so I feel like if you're doing anything, I think you gamble on a player that, you know, might have a little more upside, and knowing that Caleb Downs might be there at the 10th spot. Then you also have, he has a projected trade.
I bet on the Chiefs and Jordan Tyson being the pick at plus 850. It's down to plus 450 now. So I already have made some progress there.
Let's see. Did you guys see we have another draft, another Georgia prospect arrested? Yeah, I noticed that there was
I mean, it was a nothing. It was a nothing arrest. He left bond for $39. It's a non-story. And he's Zachariah Branch, the wide receiver.
He's also, I think, a day 2 guy, isn't he? I think he's a
day 2 guy. Yeah, round 2.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's. Yeah, I feel like that's. A little bit. I think it's just storylines. You hear always storylines. I mean, what was it Tunsil that was smoking weed, or who was it? Laramie Tunsil with the gas mask, where
so he dropped.
You know, yeah, it's just like all right.
They had a report on Ruben Bain recently, so he apparently, and every team knew about this, so it wasn't even a surprise. But you know, a reporter's trying to just get traction and get clicks.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, he was in a car accident a couple years ago where someone died in the accident. And the family themselves hasn't really blamed Ruben Bain for it, but the article was written, everyone's like, he could slide like Laramie Tunsil. And I'm like, it just seems like I don't know. I mean, I guess do your thing, but it's not a good look to wait on a story like this, and a story that literally every NFL team knows already. So all you're doing is trying to create clicks and build your career and timing it in the best way you see fit. And I don't love that from a reporter, but
it's like whenever you I mean, it's a horrible thing to compare it to, but it's like whenever like a guy gets drafted and then while they're celebrating, it comes out that they said the N-word on Twitter like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
those are the worst. Like someone diving into like a draft picks 10-year ago Twitter account and what they said 10 years ago seems like the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
To me. And for people to judge them off that, it seems, I mean, at that point, what were they? They were like 13 years old. 12.
11, 12 years old.
Like, what are we doing? They're 12-year-old kids. They might say something stupid on Twitter, but like, who didn't? You know? I look back at some comments I made on social media. I'm like, I don't even know that person. And they weren't even like bad comments, but it was just like, to me, I would be like, I would never do that now. Those are weird. It was just bizarre comments almost. Like, I don't know.
I know you mentioned car accident earlier. You know, if only Diana Rossini can be around to save everyone from a car accident, you know?
What a play by their PR team to fake a car accident. Where you know what? You remember what I said? I was like, if only she saved a dog. She did save a dog.
She saved a dog.
Saved a dog and a person.
They planted both of them in there. In case you guys missed it, the Vrabel thing. We had a Vrabel, the Diana Rossini story last week, or over the last week and a half, where it was like, all right, well, there's a little. By the way, they haven't. None of this has really been addressed by anyone. Like
They're avoiding it.
everyone's avoiding it from every angle, and so all of a sudden it gets quiet. People are still like, you need to talk about this because that's the thing. Like you can't just like if it happens at a Coldplay concert, it could happen here, and we want to know answers. We at least we knew answers in this Coldplay thing. I want to know answers with this. And
I
so
even have comments on the Coldplay thing, but keep going.
and so comes to find out there's a car accident where Diana Rossini just happens to be on the scene here, allegedly on the scene that this she goes over, gets out. I don't know if she was in her car or if she was somewhere else or was walking down the street or what, but someone's in like a accident where she goes and tries to pull people out of this accident, and we're just like, wait a minute, where is this coming from?
This is staged. I mean, is she really the best person to pull out a human being from an accident? She's a small lady. No offense. Actually, that shouldn't be offensive. But she's not pulling out anybody. There's got to be better people on the scene. And by the way, real quick on the Coldplay thing, this week I saw the female that was involved in that whole Coldplay thing and cheating on her husband was caught by someone. It looked like a TMZ or somebody being like asking her questions. She's like, no, Coldplay hasn't reached out to me at all, and it'd be nice if they did. And I'm like, what the fuck does Coldplay owe you? They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
one, they're not in charge of the camera, so two, you were cheating. What does Coldplay owe you? Nothing. Coldplay owes you nothing. People are crazy.
People are insane.
And what's fun when you buy a ticket, there's the whole terms and conditions thing. That's a contract that says that they consent to being on camera.
like you go to a game, or anything, any event, regardless if it's a concert, a game,
you want to be on camera.
That people get excited. There's a reason why the fans love to be on the Jumbotron. People love to be on the screen, right? And so, giving some people some love, and then it backfires. Like that's not on the people that are running the event. That's on you. Why are you there with someone that you shouldn't be, right? Like, come on, man.
She's a worse human being than I thought after I heard that. I'm like, really? You want Coldplay to reach out and apologize that they showed you cheating on camera? It's not their problem.
But the headlines, though, from the Diana Rossini. Here's one of the headlines. This is crazy. This is the headline. Diana Rossini mounts daring rescue of an elderly man. Daring rescue.
I did see that.
And dog trapped in a car crash a week after Mike Vrabel scandal. Diana Rossini saves man and his dog from a car crash.
No one can save her career at this point.
It's like, jeez. Yeah. So, kind of wild. Oh, we didn't even get to that. That was kind of crazy. Let's see. What do we have in the chat though? Did you guys see we have another draft? Oh yeah, the Harbaugh will draft O-line with both picks unless Love is sitting at 5. Says JT. Who's drafting Manning? Oh wait, Captain. Yeah, throwing some shade there. Rick, do you have any thoughts on the 6-1 Wild Stars game? Did you see the Wild took down the Stars 6-1, by the way?
Love that.
Domination.
Love that.
Love that.
The
Stars are the only team the Avs have trouble with, so keep going, Wild. Keep it going. Yeah.
I want that series to go 7, and I want both teams to just beat the shit out of each other. I would love for that to happen.
I'd be fine with Wild in 4, to be honest.
Let's see. Cuban, that was Manti Te'o's girlfriend smoking the gas mask bong right before the draft. I
think it was. That wasn't Tonsil at all. It was Manti Te'o's girlfriend.
What? All right. Can we talk about what's gonna be awkward moment of the draft? Because I know, didn't we have the butt touch of the dad one year? We had the Manti Te'o thing. We had the Will Levis. We had the mayo in the coffee, but he also had his girlfriend there that stole the show.
Girlfriend was the talk of everything.
And she's famous now, on at least on TikTok, famous because of that. So she got her fame. Like there's always something crazy that happens. Every single year in the draft. Let's see.
I don't know how to predict that because
well, there's only 16 players going to the draft this year, and not all of them are going in the first round.
you don't think I don't even know what the 16 are, but
I gotta check. Like one of them is like Ty Simpson, who, unless the team trades up into the end of the first round to get the 5th-year option, he's not going in the first.
I mean, would you say that last year's drafts, the awkward thing was the Scherzer Sanders fall had to have been last year's kind of awkward.
That wasn't the awkward thing. The awkward thing was Mel Kiper throwing a bitch fit every time he didn't get picked.
Well, I mean, that's also, it kind of goes hand in hand, right? Like the Scherzer Sanders fall along with the antics of Mel Kiper. But like, yeah, I mean, I feel like that was last year's that took the show, that stole the show, where it all of a sudden it felt like it was just a conspiracy. It was a joke after a while.
Credit to Mel Kiper for finding a field when he did to take advantage and like blow up his career, like literally like have a great career because of that. But I think he's a little washed now.
Yeah, he's. I feel like he's kind of lost his luster with like, I don't know.
And I feel like there must have been money tied to Shooter. Like the emotion he had towards Shooter Sanders must have been more than just like it was bizarre. Like there must have been money ties to it. Like, is he being bought? Like, I don't know. It was aggressive to an extent. There were like, I watched Shador and I was like, he has elite throws at times, but he also has no pocket presence, has no, like, there's a lot of weaknesses there. And then he went to Cleveland. So his career's done.
Yeah. So what do you think about Jermod McCoy, corner at Tennessee, top 10 prospect, despite not playing last year?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, a great corner. I don't think he should go top 10, but he's going to be a first rounder. He tore his ACL, right?
Yeah, tore his ACL before the season.
I mean, now that's not as... It's something everyone can come back with and be the same guy, right?
Yeah.
And he has that talent. I would not take him in the top 10, though. Even if he was healthy, I don't think I'd take him in the top 10.
So to go back real quick,
and both, but there might be 2 Tennessee corners going in the first round.
Yep.
Probably will be.
so I'm going back and I've been scouring to try to figure out like the weirdest moments. So I found this is from last year, the 10 most viral NFL draft moments of the last decade. And we can, I mean, maybe that's how we'll like finish up the show here and go through some of these, because I want to see if you guys can remember some of these.
Start it, and I'm going to take a leak real quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to think of the big ones.
so
Obviously, there's. Yes, sorry.
here, let me open this up a little bit so we can see the whole article here. So we're gonna go through these and we're gonna see if we can remember some of these. So we have, what is this first one? Let's see.
Oh, I think that was just like the feature photo, not actually one of the.
Let's see. Yeah, all right.
I remember there was a Belichick's dog. Oh, that's a good
Belichick's
stuff.
dog.
Hey, I
So-
called it.
2020 draft was let's see. I remember this one. So Belichick, his dog was a part of it. I guess I think there was
So
he was
what
in front of
happened
the
exactly
monitors or
was that, if you don't remember, so it was COVID, so no one was in the war rooms. Everyone was doing the drafts at home. So they had cameras on all the coaches, all the GMs. They flipped. It was the Patriots' turn to pick in the second round, so they flipped the camera to Belichick's chair, and his husky was sitting in said chair, and Belichick was nowhere to be found.
now he's got his young girlfriend who's going to be doing that for him this year. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
So that was 2020. I feel like that's not a weird moment. I feel like it's just kind of like a funny thing. Here's
funny and wholesome.
Yeah, here's a picture of that. So Belichick's dog. Yeah, that's just more of like
that's gonna be on there because it was just such a bizarre draft in general.
Or there was this one. This one was interesting. The Vikings react to the Eagles passing on Justin Jefferson. I remember that was a thing, right? When they were like laughing, they were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, because they took a wide receiver.
Rager.
Philadelphia, they took
Jalen Rager.
Yeah, Jalen Rager. Jalen Rager.
Jalen Rager.
Out of TCU. And then they were like, wait a minute. We got who that dropped to us? Justin Jefferson? I mean, that's a win. So I do remember that because it was circulating the next day of like the Vikings war room, and they were just like in disbelief laughing.
And everyone thinks the Eagles are the best drafting team in the NFL.
It's like
they've had great picks, but part of that is I think the Eagles align more with media than anyone else. And they'll also take chances on dudes that maybe have some character, like Jalen Carter and things like that.
Yeah.
But now they're trying to trade Jalen Carter, so and AJ Brown.
Then we have the CD Lamb grabs girlfriend's phone.
I don't remember that one.
Let's see. What is this? Let's watch the video here. I forget too. They have the video here for a reason. Let's see. Hold on. Here, I'm gonna turn that audio. You guys can't hear the audio, but I just want to see what happens here because I forget what this is.
Jerry's like, am I on camera?
He's like, yeah. What are we doing here? What do I need to do? Do I need to?
I want me some glory.
He loves his camera time.
He wants
almost as much as he loves that glory hole.
He loves that glory hole.
I want me some glory hole.
CeeDee Lamb, third wide receiver taken in that draft, and what a steal! Should have been the number one wide receiver. I even that draft, I thought he should go one. Do you know who the other two were, Chris?
This
sorry,
was 2020.
I don't remember the year. 2020.
I think this was 2020.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So,
all right. Here's the pick.
One is in jail. I'll give you a hint.
Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs.
If it's him, and the other's Jerry Jeudy.
It is Jerry Jeudy. Yep.
All right. So here's the clip, and Cowboys take CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma. Stud.
Pick. They got him at like 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, come on. And then
CeeDee should have been a top 10 for sure.
So they show CeeDee here. He's on the phone. He's got his girlfriend right there. He's got his family. By the way, that's it is only a very empty room there. Where's the?
He's an introvert, you know.
You don't always need 500 people in a room to celebrate you getting drafted.
I would want about 5 people in the room if I was getting drafted.
Yeah, I did. I guess I didn't see. Oh, right here. Oh,
well, she steals the phone.
She steals the phone first.
Like, no, you don't.
Okay, I feel like that's not a weird moment. But I mean,
she stole it first. That's her fault.
Yeah, Agreed.
Remember last year when George Pickens?
George Pickens stands weird. Yeah, we all know the George Pickens. This thing.
Viral.
This thing.
With the balaclava.
This is the weirdest. This is the weirdest thing.
He's the weirdest dude maybe on the planet.
George Pickens. Come on, man.
If you remember that draft, I love George Pickens, but I also heard things that he's a psychopath. Prior to that draft, by the way, prior to this.
Man, that George Pickens is a strange dude, man.
He is, but
Draft.
dude's pretty damn good at football.
Can you imagine?
If you can keep I think he's gonna just teams can tolerate him for like 3 years, and then they have to move on, and then he'll reboot and he'll be fine for like 3 years. That's kind of eventually towards the end he's gonna be like just a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
but right now, I mean, George Pickens had a phenomenal year last year. Can't hate on that, but this scene was wild.
I mean, it's a meme now. You know, like people have memed the shit out of this, and it's so funny to see him. Like, can you imagine being the GM that drafted and seeing this the next day? Be like, that's the guy you took. like if I was the GM and I took him and I saw that the next day, I would be like, oh shit, this better work. This is.
I promise you, they knew what they were getting into, but the talent was too much to avoid at that point.
What's really funny is right after this draft, the Steelers GM retired.
Yeah, he was exhausted.
The next one, Will Levis. We mentioned this one. This was on one of our lists. Will Levis drops. He was, I guess. I mean, he was supposed to be what, a first round, maybe second round pick. And fell. And then what made it worse is he was sitting on the couch next to his girlfriend Gia Duddy or whatever her name was. He stole the show, and she's sitting there with a dude that's like he's falling in the draft, and then
she's like, I'm out.
She's out. She's like, deuces. By the way, wasn't there like a circulating video of those two? Don't they have like a sex tape or something at the time that they?
I'm not aware of that, Chris, but
it was part of it. Was like it came out like I can't remember if it was before or after the draft, but there was like some sort of like tape that came out, and then all for her to steal the show, and she stole the show because he fell in the draft. He drinks his coffee with mayo, and he didn't end up attending day 2 because why? Why would you? And now look at Will Levis. Look how is he thriving right now, Scotty? Where's Will?
I actually don't know. I know he's a backup somewhere, but I actually don't know.
No, so he was still in Tennessee last year. He suffered a major shoulder injury like before the season started.
Well,
so he missed the whole season injury,
and now he's not even. He's not going to be playing. He's not starting for that team. Like, where's he going to go?
Well, they took Cam Ward with the
Cam Ward
overall pick last year. So
yeah,
no, he's not going to be starting.
Will Levis of Levi's
Levis Stadium.
Yeah. So Will Levis, that was a weird one.
By the way, I think she's slightly. I mean, she's overrated. She's attractive. Don't get me wrong, but like the internet blowing up over her to me is like aggressive.
I mean, she was one of the more attractive.
What if we showed every quarterback's girlfriend? I mean, I think most of them have.
Remember Russ?
Russ's girlfriend was crazy.
Russ's girlfriend with that,
she was insane,
going crazy.
She screamed and like he's like
the freeze frame of her mouth like wide open. And like,
we're not going to be together much longer, so you should calm down.
Yeah, about done with you.
No. Next up, we got Baker Mayfield getting pranked. So Baker Mayfield, I remember this. Like one of his buddies in the background was like calling his cell phone, and kind of trying to play it like he was going to get drafted, and it didn't end up happening.
What do you mean? He went one, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, like that. His buddy called him to try to make it seem like he was getting a call, getting drafted, and then he wasn't. Like at that moment, he ended up like, yeah.
I don't know how well that works when you still get one overall, but I don't remember that one.
You don't remember this one?
No,
Here,
neither.
here, I'll play the.
No.
I can play the audio for us, but yeah. So I'll just. So here. So he's ready to get drafted. So yeah, so his buddy tried to call him and pretend like he was getting drafted in that moment, and he wasn't. And so, yeah, it was.
But he must have known it was his friend, so it was literally just the vibrate that threw him off.
Yeah, he was waiting for the
He was
call,
like, "Oh, I got a call."
and then he's like,
No,
"What the hell are you doing
it's
right now?"
It's your buddy that's 5 feet from you.
Let's see, what else do we have here?
I would do the same thing. I can't hate on that.
Just screw with him. Tack
Yeah.
McKinney brings his grandma along.
I remember that. Like
So-
it was a picture of his grandma while he was on stage.
Picture of his grandma. What was the wait? No, last year there was also the one where the dude got drafted and like he was pissed that he got drafted. Who was the kid? That happened last year, wasn't it? Where he was like upset that he got drafted by a certain team. Who was that, Rec? I remember you saw that too. Who was it?
I don't remember that at all, to be honest.
remember that either.
You don't.
But I do remember.
Neither you remember that.
I mean, to be fair, it was
I
on
remember
the track.
last year when Kelvin Banks got drafted, his baby puked.
Yeah, and
Oh, the baby puke one. That's a good one.
the team should have as well with that pick. Putting your grandpa on screen, nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, I'm
I
thinking
mean-
of the NBA draft. I'm thinking of the NBA draft.
Okay.
The dude that
That
Colin
That's a
Murray
different
Boyles,
sport.
who he was
Different
like,
sport.
he was pissed that he got drafted by the Toronto Raptors. That's who it was, which rightfully so. I mean, that checks
I
out.
feel like it
Rightfully
makes a lot
so.
more sense to be mad at like an NBA team that drafts you based off their roster than an NFL team. And then you're going to Canada too, so it's
Yeah, it's kind of yikes.
unless you like Canada, and then it's the best.
Oh yeah, here's another
I don't think
picture.
a lot of NBA players want Canada.
Deuce Vaughn's dad makes the call.
That was yeah.
Oh yeah,
Cowboys. He
Running
worked
back.
on the staff, and Deuce Vaughn got drafted running back out of Kansas State. Did I make or TCU? He was purple.
it was either KSU or TCU.
Yeah, so
know,
I think it was.
'cause they were
I think it was Kansas State.
I don't really
I think
remember
it's
this
Kansas
one.
State.
I don't really remember this one. This one wasn't
It was like
Yeah,
a
notable.
because he was
It
the
was like a-
fifth round pick.
It was. I don't think it was fifth, but it was third or later for sure. And it was just like
It
an
was a day
emotional
3
moment for
pick.
the. It was
was
an
a day
emotional
3 pick.
moment
It was
for
Yeah.
the dad to get to make that call. Sure,
Yeah.
Quentin Williams blesses.
He blesses himself. New York Jets waiting for anyone to help him. He blesses himself after a sneeze during an interview. I don't.
This
I didn't
feels
see
like they're
that.
getting desperate with some of these.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Isaiah Wilson's mom removes his girlfriend. What is this one? This was Tennessee Titans draft pick. You should know this, Rec. Let's see what this one is. I don't know. So let's see. Stop.
There's mom giving a nice hug. Oh,
So
or is that the girlfriend? I don't even know.
was that a girlfriend?
That must have been a girlfriend.
So she gives him a hug,
And then she starts dancing.
and then mom is like, "You need to get up out of here." Oh yeah, she gets pulled out of there. Okay.
You're done.
Yeah,
You're
she
done
get it.
here.
He's like, "Yeah, you need to yank out of my son's lap. Get out of here."
She was a fan.
Yeah.
Fan of the girlfriend.
So, anyways, so there's just a handful. I feel like there was there's some interesting viral moments there, but I mean, there's gonna be something. I'm excited to see what. Sometimes I when there's a draft that's maybe a little underwhelming, you always hope that there's something weird or strange. Like typically you could get excited about the outfits, right? You get excited about what they're wearing because sometimes they wear some outrageous shit. But like, there's things where, I just feel you have to have some weird moments to make the draft more interesting. This might be that draft. Like, there's not really. We already know who's going first. We know that there's a handful of players in the first round that like might be interesting, and it's going to be interesting in the top 10, top 15. But like, are we sure that this draft
comes from a guy that doesn't have any picks with his team?
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Roger.
I've lost some of my interests that I would normally have if I had a team.
Yeah, because your team doesn't have any picks. They F them picks.
F them picks.
I definitely think they take that over Jalen Waddle. Oh, so they take Jalen Waddle over the pick. I said that backwards.
Again, you're comparing the wrong thing there, Rick. But obviously, they thought Jalen Waddle is a better option, so yes, they prefer that. Jalen Waddle versus whatever pick they could have got is not the same thing as paying money to Jalen Waddle and all that. So it's a different. You can't just compare it apples to apples. But the Broncos are all in this year. All in. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Might work, might not. We'll see.
Also, we have 10-Cat. Real quick, can we discuss the new Blazers owner? They aren't doing playoff t-shirts and are the only playoff team to not send two-way players to playoff games. I believe both are cost-cutting measures. Seems crazy for a billionaire to not invest in fan experience and roster small expenses that should lead to long-term profits. So I did see this, and there are Blazers fans, I think.
Go ahead.
So I guess his net worth is just under $2 billion. Tom Dundon.
That's all?
Oh,
$2 billion.
Tom Dundon? I didn't realize that was him. Do you remember who Tom Dundon is?
It sounds familiar. Why does that name sound familiar?
So he was the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes, and that in 2019 it was. He invested a ton of money into the Alliance of American Football to try to keep it afloat. But when the NFL rejected his idea to make it an official minor league, he pulled out and killed the league.
Tom
He sounds
Dundon.
great.
Yeah.
That I feel like I've heard that.
I'm shocked there's an NBA owner that's only net worth is $2 billion. And I say only $2 billion because that's a lot of money, but also teams themselves are worth more than that at this juncture. So like I don't know how you got a team.
So
I
here's
personally, just going off the chat, don't care about t-shirts. Have you ever gone to a game and not got a t-shirt and then been like, never mind, I'm not supporting you anymore?
So
No.
that was going to be part of my take because what it was revealed Friday that the team was not giving fans free t-shirts for game 3 and 4.
That I don't care about.
And
now,
so
not inviting the two-way players is egregious. That's ridiculous. Not inviting those players is stupid. Absolutely stupid.
So, and by the way, none of the Blazers two-way players, Caleb Love, Chris Youngblood, Jason Kent, were brought along during the team's road trip to San Antonio for games 1 and 2. So that's kind of the whole backstory there. But I mean, Love played a decent role in Portland this season. I feel like at least there's some players you should probably have involved in coming. Yeah, you should definitely have those guys if they like part of the team in that sense, right? But like for me, I could give a shit about t-shirts or like the Nuggets don't do t-shirts. They gave out t-shirts outside of the stadium, but they do like the towel thing. They do the towels, the rally towels. And what do I do with those towels when I get them home? They're used for dusting and for, cleaning things up if a spill happens or, whatever. Like they're not
in a trash can. I put them in.
It's better than trash can. At least they get a little more value. But like t-shirts, like I could
You're
see
not supporting a team based off getting a t-shirt, and the t-shirts are garbage quality. Like,
yeah,
you're not wearing. I mean, maybe you are wearing them again, and that's fine. But like,
and then you don't get it. And here's the thing: you don't even get a t-shirt your size. I always get like an double XL or something, or maybe they give you a small or something. And I'm just like, what am I going to do with this? Like, what happened to the normal sizes? And even the largest of these particular brands of t-shirts are way too big. It's like the normal large is like way larger than a regular large you would get at a normal store. And it's like nothing ever fits. I never get excited about a t-shirt ever. Like this is not my thing. But hey, to each their own. If you guys love t-shirts, sorry, Portland, you're not going to get t-shirts this year. And
it's less about the free t-shirt and more about cost-cutting measures you can take in the future. Yeah, that's I mean, we'll see. I don't know about this guy at all, so I can't speak to that. But hopefully he doesn't cut costs, but doesn't sound like a great dude. So.
Do you know what's weird? All right, so Tom Dunn. You know what? I want to say this guy, when I was in Dallas working for an indoor soccer team, there was something that he was linked in Dallas that he was part owner of something, maybe. I don't know. There was a connection that I remember from his time in Dallas where he did some stuff that I'll have to look it up later. I was gonna say that name sounds very, very familiar.
Well, I told you what he did. He tried to keep a league afloat, but they didn't do what he wanted to, so he just ended it. Or no, the NFL didn't do what he wanted, so he ended the league.
I have some sort of weird connection with this dude from my time in Dallas, and I can't remember why, but I do. So, anyways, you guys don't care. It's just one of those like epiphanies that I just had just now that like that name sounds familiar. Like he went to SMU. Let's see. Did he go to SMU? Yeah. Bachelor's degree in economics at SMU. Anyways.
I mean, build some properties.
Put him on stream. Yeah. I mean, I'll let me just reach out to him. Yeah.
Get him on stream.
Just get him on stream here. Why not?
He'll
Bring you
watch
to the
our
lab
stream
meetup.
and he's like, why wouldn't I come here? They love me.
Cuban. Now that you're here, because it's almost dinner time for you. Oh yeah, Zach Wilson's mom. I forgot about that. Zach Wilson's mom. That was a thing.
Yeah.
The butt grab last a couple years back with the dad and the girlfriend. That was a thing. There's a few things that we missed. Anyways, Cuban Saturday. We're getting together for Lab Rat. I'll text you. I'll let you know where we're going. We're gonna set a Lab Rat summit here for game. What is it? Game. What game is that? 3.
That would be game.
Probably
No,
3 or 4.
4. Saturday would be 4.
Saturday game 4.
Okay.
So we're gonna get together. Rec, you, me, Medusa, Scotty. We'll get a big group out. Maybe Diacola if she's feeling adventurous. We'll get a crew together. So make sure you're there.
Where's she at tonight?
Don't
Is
know.
she a traitor?
Yeah, I don't know. She's
I'll never look at her the same.
I
thought
guess.
she was here every episode.
But anyways, all right. Well, I think we're at a point where we're gonna play some games at the end, but we got into a bunch of different topics, and that's a good thing. We were chatting through a bunch of different things. We got draft, we got some playoff talking. So that's what we're gonna be wrapping up the show with tonight. Wednesday, we have another show leading into the draft. We'll probably have any other stories that pop up before the draft coming up on Wednesday. We'll have more playoff updates. We'll have I think Wednesday is going to be like a traditional show where we're going through and really diving into some of the things going on in the playoffs and stuff.
I was wrong.
Chris.
Deacle is here. Deacle is here.
I'm here.
Just hadn't chatted. Just hadn't chatted. We didn't know.
Yeah, she is a good person.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
he's here. Welcome in, Diaco. She's here.
Also, Chris, I don't know if you saw we put in earlier, but the Office Force side we had the super contest. They have a mock draft contest. We could see if we could do that.
A
See how
mock.
well that goes.
Everyone put in their picks for the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could play around with that.
I'd be open to it. Mix it up.
Chris is gonna go 0 for 32. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna
He's gonna
go
go
one.
weird at the
I'm
first-
gonna
He's
go.
gonna go weird at the first pick and be like, "Nah, it's not."
It's not gonna.
It's not gonna
It's
be
not
Fernando.
Mendoza. Mendoza ain't it. He's gonna go second. He'll go second. He'll be fine.
He's
But
gonna go to the Jets, right? Raiders are gonna get Arvell Reese
yeah,
to replace Max Crosby. Oh wait.
hold up. So Wednesday show, yeah, we'll have some more check-ins on some of the playoffs. We'll do one last check-in before the draft, and we'll wrap up the week with Rec joining us here in Denver. We'll try to do so.
Here.
I have no idea what kind of IRL content we'll do, but we'll do some sort of IRL content, whether that's at the bar, whether that's doing something,
At Chipotle.
we're taking him to
For the
Chipotle,
first time.
Just filming Rec watching a movie.
watching a movie, eating
the
some
first time in his
Chipotle. It's we'll figure out some things to do, but either way, we'll have an interesting handful of shows coming up here very soon by the end of this week. So whatever that looks like, who knows? But we're here for it.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, we are here. But that being said, we're done with the show tonight.
I
We're gonna.
know that was supposed to be Pat Mahomes, but who's saying that? And it was not Mahomes.
It's
It's Kermit the Frog.
it's Kermit. Kermie.
Like literally Kermit?
I don't know if it's Kermit. It's someone doing a Kermit the Frog impression of Patrick Mahomes. So,
Sure. Haters gonna hate.
hey, you're just gonna hate. Yeah, and we'll do our final picks on the draft. For our favorite teams. I don't know who my team's. We're gonna take a tight end. I know that a tight end that's not gonna matter. So we'll let that happen, I guess.
Eli Sowers. That'd be, if he's there late second, that'd be a good pick. But said that sincerely.
There's a bunch of. I'm trying to see who we're gonna rate out. There's a bunch of WrestleMania recaps, which I'm gonna have to do after the show's over. I'm gonna have to recap what's happening. Missed a lot of WrestleMania, so I'm gonna have to go see that. There's someone. There's
Go to bed, Chris.
maybe I should just go to bed. There's someone that's is the Mammoth Golden Knights game still going? 6 minutes.
I think it's 3-2 now. Golden Knights. With 6 minutes to go. Yep.
There's someone that has a couple people watching him he's doing a live watch party for Mammoth Golden Knights if we want to give him some love.
Let's
do it.
He's only got a couple people watching him, so let's give him a little bit of a boost here. Why not? Let's give this guy some love. Sin Bin Stream
Sinbin?
Sinbin.
Okay.
Let's give him some love. Let's go ahead. And guys, make sure you're part of our Discord. Again, thank you for being a part of the stream. We are going to be making some announcements here on all the stuff that's happening at the end of the week. So Discord is where you're going to want to be. Make sure you're joining the Discord. It's where we'll make those updates. But between now and Wednesday, go be a good person. Go live in the moment. We don't do that enough. Put the phone down. Enjoy the people and things around you. And then also, just be a good person. We got the draft. We got playoffs. Go live in the moment. Enjoy your teams if they're in. And then go give Sinbin some love. Anything else?
I like that you have your, outro, whatever it's called, and I just say deuces.
Deuces. And then
Bye, everybody.
and Rec does his bye, everybody. So there's that.
Yep.
Go give Sinbin some love. Tell him the boys from Action Lab sent you. And we will see you Wednesday. Love you guys.
Good night.
Not doing the deuces this time.
I forgot the mayo and the coffee thing. I gotta maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. Fire up my Monday.
Are you gonna actually put mayo in coffee?
No.
Zero shot.
No.
Zero shot.
What's more enticing, that or the what was it? The brisket browning?
I'd have a brisket brownie over mayo in my coffee.
For
I
sure.
don't understand that at all.